Our journey to the end begins in the Epilogue, where after the events of defeating the Paintress and everyone in Lumiere gamaging away, we have just woken up as Alicia in the Monolith year 49. And with the understanding of everything that we just played through existing in a painted world, we will now be getting a glimpse into life in the outside world, or the real world. But more importantly, a glimpse into the events leading up to everything we've just experienced. A manor struck by fire and a family mourning their son, all somewhat recent losses.
Come along now, I'm in Renoir's atelier.
The damage from the fire runs too deep. This wall can't be saved. Ah, we're fresh. We're fresh off the fire. So, somewhat fresh. There it is! There's the painting! Verso. And the dog. Okay, so Clea, there will never be another family portrait, will there? And canonically, we've established the setting that this real world takes place in. Nothing for me outside these doors. In Paris! Oh shit! Now I did notice the crooked Eiffel Tower in Lumiere and the Eiffel-looking tower in the Epilogue, but I wasn't sure if it was supposed to actually be the Eiffel Tower, or just a representation of it in this game. But now that we know we exist in real-world Paris, all this talk about war and loss makes me wonder if this game takes place around one of the world wars.
Alicia, quit dawdling. End of the corridor, you know where it is.
Quit dawdling. And if that is the case, I wonder how all this magical painting fits in. But for now, we have all the furnishings of what once was a whole and healthy creative family. Clea's harp, Amon's piano. Verso, I miss hearing you play. You think this family just like jammed out like every Friday night? I miss all the silly songs you wrote for me. And we start to see the crossover of inspiration from one world into the next. Our family's artwork, the little one in the corner is mine. The only one my mom deemed acceptable for the wall. Oh yeah, you lived in a family of artists, it's like, it's not good enough for the wall. What is that? Is that the manor? But I wonder if like, because in the game, Monoko, in the painted world, Monoko and Eski are like best buds with Verso. I wonder if those were like creations of Verso. Like Verso had painted them when he was a kid or something, or... And this doesn't just apply to the paintings. Noko! And Monoko the third, oh, okay, well... I see. I do find it interesting that here, Noko is the elder dog and the young pup is Monoko the third, but in our adventures to come, we'll find a reasonable explanation for this. We never got to go in this room in our painted world. That looks like the big ass frames that we see in the painter's workshop. Yo, that's like the Axon! The Axon that was carrying a city on its back. Ah. The one who I thought could have been Lune's mom at one point. Siren. This kind of no, I don't want to go yet. You can't make me. Okay, we're going. This cutscene is perfect for viewing all of these connections without my janky camera work. Dude, this is crazy. And it's so funny how even some of my smallest wonders and questions are finally getting some context. Oh, that's the shit that we see out of the manor. For example, we'll finally get to meet and hopefully learn and understand who Clea is and what she's all about. Are they freaking in the painting right now? Is that what
Finally.
But everything we're seeing here still poses another question. How does going into one of these paintings actually work? Clea?
Our little shadow is awake.
Damn, she's all... Not to worry, Clea will explain a lot, but I'm having a lot of fun thinking about the logistics of it and how it affects this family in the real world. So, what's going on, Connor? So are we sword art onlining it? When we go into the painting, we're just...
He has her imprisoned at the top of the monolith, and she has him trapped beneath. It's a stalemate.
Damn! That's just what it is. What do you think happens if they ever come out of this? Do they like do they have dinner together, or are they always just in there? Like, do they go to dinner and they talk about it like, hey bitch, next time I'm gonna get you. It won't be a stalemate. Also, I wonder how time differs. What's 16 years? How old was Mael? Like 16 or something? I wonder what that equates to in this real world. How long was she How long was she sword art online for? We asked Clea how long their current stint in this canvas has been so far, and she claims that it's not that bad. They've been in other canvases for longer, but here is where we get some more insight into Clea, and it makes sense why Painted Alicia bucketed Alicia's father and sister together with the same motivations.
Renoir is wasting time in there, trying to help someone who doesn't want his help. We have more urgent matters to attend to.
I'm assuming that she is the sister. It's interesting that she referred to Renoir as Renoir. Like, Clea clearly has a different outlook on this painted world and its painted people than we do.
You're as bad as Aline. He's not Verso. He's a painted copy built from our mother's memories. You do well to remember that.
But it's really interesting to see the family dynamic here. Clea plays the role of older sister, but with Renoir and Aline constantly fighting in the canvas, I wonder if she's had to take on a more parental role in the family.
Roll your eyes at me, sister dear. I know you're not a child, but you're not grown either. And too many in our family have lost all caution and sense of late.
You know, the way Clea is talking, if this were a Star Wars game, and these were like a Sith family, it sounds like Clea would be like, no, I should be the head of the family. I should lead the Sith now. They have lost all reason. Kind of. But I don't know, she's the sensible older sister. She's like, all right, we gotta, people, what are we doing here? And while she might come off as cold and direct, there might actually be a good reason for it.
Help her do what? Run away and hide? She's already succeeded there.
Clea seems very blunt. Also, I'm so curious to learn who the fuck Francois is in this world, because we'll be learning even more of this world, and all that talk about wars and conflict is gonna start making sense.
Grief is no excuse. We're all grieving.
She's kind of like Lune turned up to like, on a dial of 0 to 10, she's like Lune turned up to 20.
She's a grown woman, and she was the head of the Painters' Council. She failed her responsibilities.
Is there a council of painters who create magical worlds, and it's their job to look over these magical worlds? They're like gods, but she's failing in her responsibility because she's so fixated. I would like to believe that. That kind of reminds me of the book series that I'm reading right now.
I don't have time to coddle her. And before Verso died, she would have said the same.
Yeah, this is just more confirmation into how much Verso's death really affected Aline, and some insight into how she was before. I did get a sense of strictness and routine when Alicia was describing the wall of paintings. This right here is pretty big though. We're starting to better understand how the gamage works, but there's another angle to this that we'll talk about later. Can you help, Papa?
I already have. Aline is more skilled than Renoir, but I've tipped the scales in his favor.
Damn, she's so sneaky and conniving.
I have my pets in place. She who controls chroma controls the canvas. I can't take her chroma, but I can keep it from returning to her.
Ah, is that her waning power? She's using her chroma, but you don't get it back, so therefore every year.
Yes, it's enough. It's just a matter of time. As she weakens, Renoir is able to erase her oldest creations.
Ah.
With the exception of her obscene fake family. She's made them immortal, but luckily, they're also quite useless.
I take offense to that. All right, so we have a better understanding of Clea, but in this world of magical painters and a painter's council, what's got Clea so pressed that she doesn't have time for this family squabble?
The conflict is spreading, and there are things I must do if we painters are to survive.
Okay, so the painters are they're like freaking Hogwarts and shit. There's wizards around painters. Who are they battling? The sculptors? I am so curious with the inner workings of this world, because if there's one group that can keep up with the painters in a conflict, clearly it has to be.
The writers used you against us once before. They won't hesitate to use you again.
The painters and the writers? We learn here that the writers manipulated and tricked Alicia in some way, ultimately leading to Verso's death.
Verso traded his life for yours. I both love and hate him for that.
All right, well, where's my sculptor's representation? We got painters. Where's my editors? Is there an editor faction? Who better to control the writers than the editor? That's right, where are the musicians? Dude, is this just the world where where all these facets of creativity are fighting against each other? And all this talk has me thinking, I know there's a Clair Obscur 2 game in the works, and I wonder if it will have anything to do with this overworld that we're learning about. Painters and writers, I'm going to imagine there's other factions and disciplines as well. It would be pretty cool to explore this setting in another game. But this is where everything kicks off. Clea beckons Alicia into the canvas to help Renoir. She'll fight this war against the writers alone if she has to, but would prefer it if her family was back.
Go to the canvas when you're ready. And repaint your throat when you're in there, before you completely forget how to have a conversation.
I do like Clea. She's an interesting character. She seems all about business, you know? She has no time for this pettiness. This family has to move on. We have a war to win. And this is the setup for Alicia. She feels obligated to do this because in her mind and Clea's eyes, this is all her fault. Her parents wouldn't be fighting in the canvas if Verso were still here. Verso's childhood canvas, where we used to play. Ah, this is Verso's canvas, and they would play in there. Okay. Ah, I think it was Eski or Minoko. One of them was talking about how they used to play together before, when there were no worries or troubles. They would just go on adventures. So let's go into the canvas and maybe we'll get are we gonna get a 0 to 16 montage here? Let's go on the canvas. Now, when we enter the canvas, we hear Alicia speaking, something that she can't do in the real outside world.
If we bring Maman out of the canvas, she'll try to return. We must hide the canvas.
Well reasoned. And such a clever hiding spot you've chosen.
So it stands to reason we're in a painted world, a space Alicia can manipulate to give herself the ability to speak. Except we're presented with yet another canvas.
She'll still find it, but I'm impressed.
And I believe we're still in the flashback because they're talking about hiding or destroying the canvas and getting Mom out of there.
This only truly ends if you destroy the canvas. And that means stopping the final sliver of Verso's soul from painting.
So it stands to reason that we're dealing with a painted world inside another painted world, and that painted worlds can exist within each other. And Alicia's goal here is to not only help Renoir get Moms out of there, but to stop the remnants of Verso's soul from painting more, which is something to think about. I don't think they're just referencing painted Verso here. I think it might have to do with the overall life force of the canvas they are currently in. So how do we go from this Alicia entering the canvas with a clear goal in mind to the Mael that we know and love?
Wait, that's Aline's chroma. Stay calm. Don't let it take control of you. Calm, Alicia, or it'll paint over you. What an auspicious start. Well, you're about to be reborn in this world as one of Aline's creations. Have fun.
That's what happened.
This will keep you out of trouble until I get back.
Is that literally what happened? Clay is just like, have fun. Look what happened, have fun, as one of Aline's creations. And well, I got my wish, sort of. But here's some clarity on Mael's inception. Oh, we're getting the montage! Yes!
She's a girl. She's a girl. She's beautiful. What a lovely voice.
He has more hair than me! We get a really nice montage of the many Mael moments we've had in this game, the good and the bad, accompanied by a monologue from her painted mom talking about the life she'll end up leading, the struggle and the joy, all the things she'll have to overcome and the change that it will bring. It's a really nice sequence leading up to the crowning of her name.
Mael.
But I'm so curious, how long does this equate to Act 3? So here we are back in present day, in an empty and gloomy Lumiere, and Mael's got a different look about her. Oh! Yo, do you guys think Trash Can Man is here?
Alicia.
Actually, I prefer Mael.
I think I do too. But I'm not really Verso, and you're not really Mael, are you?
So this is Mael with all her previous memories of being Alicia, and how she talks about Verso's memories makes sense. Because right around the Visage Axon arc, I've had this feeling that Painted Verso was missing some core part of himself.
If I'd listened to Maman, if I hadn't trusted the writers, Verso would still be alive and you
Wouldn't exist.
wouldn't be caught in the middle.
The damn writers.
Maman did a terrible thing, painting you into Verso's canvas, giving you his memories, pretending the fire only took me.
The two would go on to talk about what had just transpired. In Painted Verso's eyes, how Renoir is right to erase this world that is killing Aline. But from Mael's perspective, how this isn't what original Verso would have wanted. Because that is the conundrum, isn't it? How real is this world? And I guess that really depends on your perspective.
It's not make-believe. It's not. You're not. To me.
That's the whole conundrum, isn't it, huh? Right? But it looks like we're not alone here. Let's see how this plays out.
Papa's here. He'll help me fix Lumiere.
Will he?
Maman painted a rather unflattering portrait of him. He's much warmer than the Renoir, you know.
I bet.
So I will say, I do agree, as I was trying to piece what she said about the fire, thinking that, making him think that she was the only one lost. Because that was my thought too. I was like, oh yeah, Alicia died in a fire. Now I was curious as to why Mael thinks Renoir would help to rebuild and repaint this place when his whole goal was to destroy it. Well, part of it has to do with the flashback cutscene we saw prior to Alicia entering the canvas, and the other part has to do with the time in the canvas as well as mental stability. And I suppose it helps that Alicia is Renoir's favorite.
Your father was the one erasing everyone. Why would he help repaint everything?
That's a great question.
I hid the canvas before I entered, so Maman can't come back again. There's no need to erase the canvas anymore.
He'll want you to go home.
I'm not at risk like Maman. I haven't been in this canvas that long.
That tree is very white compared to the red and white that predominant red that we saw prior. I guess the red and white kind of makes sense though, right? I always associated red with like the Gamage and the people here, but then now the white, the paintress, right? So I guess all we have to do is see what the man himself has to say. Hello there. Obi-Wan?
Papa!
Alicia.
Oh, damn.
I thought I told you to stay home.
Technically, my body's at home.
True. Now, it's really interesting to see this Painted Verso and real Renoir interact. Renoir apologizes to Verso for the pain he had to endure, but it seems that his plan for recompense is not quite what Mael had in mind.
Please, accept the Descendre family's apologies.
He's kind of
I
the
know
Descendre
it seems
family.
absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but perhaps that's the outcome we both desire.
What?
I can't say that I blame Renoir for this line of thinking. It makes sense. It's not quite the same predicament, but if you hide an addiction away from an addict, well, it's very likely that the addict will end up finding it.
Why?
You know your mother. Verso painted this canvas. It contains a piece of his soul.
Ah.
She'll never willingly part with it.
Yeah, okay.
For the sake of the living, we must part with the dead.
And I can't blame Alicia for wanting to keep this painted world around. Not only is it the last remaining part of Verso, but it's a place where Alicia can be Mael, where she is no longer scarred and voiceless and blamed for the troubles outside the canvas.
You can't destroy the last piece of him that we have. This is my home now. You can't just decide.
Your home?
Oh!
After all that with your mother, you want to stay.
You know how little remains of my life outside.
Alicia, you'll die. You've already been here longer than you should.
And once again, I can't blame Renoir for wanting his daughter to stay away from the world that stole so much of Aline away. This is very much a, but dad, you don't understand, child, I'm doing what's best for you kind of moment.
I'm not going to lose myself if I stay.
I know full well you will, and I am not doing this again.
Oh shit! This is pretty dope to see though. This is Renoir flexing his powers in an Armageddon-like way, maybe Fracture-esque even. Lightning strikes all around, summoning these strange creations.
Papa, what are you...
It's time to go home.
Are we fracturing? Maybe this is what the final moments would look like without the paintress to protect it. Even the immortal Verso is now susceptible to the only great creator left in this painted world. Yeah, she has the power. Or maybe there's another paintress to contend with now.
Mes amis!
Escape! My friend!
All aboard!
Monoko!
Verso, come on. Come on.
What I do love seeing here is how Renoir has a certain flair to his creation, different to the finger creatures that we've seen on the beach, but similar in that ominous aesthetic. Are we playing Elden Ring? As for the creator of those finger creatures and other adjacent looking ones, don't worry, we'll address that in a hot second. But it definitely has to do with how Clea locked away Aline's chroma. But it does seem that with unlocking her memories, Maëlle has unlocked her full creation powers, her paintress powers, including the ability to see chroma, to see the life force around her in this painted world. Return to Lumiere! Oh, we're back at camp. This is what we're missing. I thought we were gonna go back to camp after we defeated the paintress before heading back to Lumiere, but. And it looks like we'll be able to soon see this awakened power in action.
Don't be discouraged. It's only been a day since you remembered your paintress side.
We believe in you.
Call your friends back to your side.
Remember them.
That's your Final Fantasy XIV reference there, folks. What are you waiting for? As Verso guides and teaches Maëlle that painting and creation is all about essence, you know, what's on the inside as opposed to how it appears on the outside, I'll take this time to shout out Final Fantasy XIV. Another game whose story revolves around dealing with loss. There is a particular scene that happens in 14 that very much resembles what we're about to see here. And this is just giving me big nostalgic vibes. Oh, look at that. Hey, what you guys been up to?
How did we got marched?
I return to you as Maëlle the White. I return to you at the turn of the tide.
Your hair.
Yes, that is what they once called me.
We have much to talk about.
Gandalf the Grey, yes. I am Maëlle the White.
So you were her daughter?
But it's great being reunited again. Lune is yelling at Verso, Ciel is thinking of the possibilities of Maëlle's power, and the idea of bringing people back again, those we lost, doesn't sound so far-fetched. Maëlle just lacks the chroma to do so, leading us to this solution.
The expeditioners. The ones killed by Nevrons. Gustave noticed their chroma remains in their bodies. They never dissipated, like the Gamage.
It's sold chroma and not pure. It won't be like bringing the two of you back, but we could use it in other ways.
Damn, they even in death, the expeditioners.
The greatest expedition in history.
We got the gang back together! Now, before we see this plan in action and I talk about my recent realizations on Nevron, here is a quick recap of this camp stay. Ciel is very much hopeful that we can now find a way to bring her late husband, Pierre, back.
And that means I can see my husband again.
Lune is very much pissed that Verso continued to hide the truth. Verso reasons that he had no choice.
You think in false dichotomies. It wasn't an either-or situation. Other solutions were possible if you'd only trusted us enough to ask.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I've been on a Star Wars kick lately, sorry guys. SGA and Monoko have been in the loop this whole time. They know what's going on, so they're trying to support Verso as much as possible while he earns back Lune and CL's trust. Dude, Monoko was the true ride or die. He knew everything that was going on. He knew what Verso was going through and the secrets, but he's like, you know what, whatever you want to do, bro, I got you. Just let you know what might happen, but I'm gonna follow you. And while Mael discusses the prospects of stopping Renoir, Verso brings up a great point here.
Eileen wants her son back. Renoir wants you and Eileen back. You want Gustave back. The cycle we needed to break wasn't the gommage. It's your family's cycle of grief.
We definitely got that that vibe when we first started this game. We're like, this is a game about how do we handle loss. This is the crux of everything, and hopefully we'll see some sort of conclusion addressing this by the end of the game. Lune and CL catch up with Mael and her newly unlocked memories, Mael reiterating her love and ties to this world.
This is a lot to take in. Yeah. But for the first time in a long time, I have hope.
Rebellions are built on hope. Here's the montage of the crew going around and collecting the chroma from these fallen expeditioners, because even in this state, expeditioners still find a way to aid those who come after. I love the camera work here. It's a great example of matching movement with movement, and they're doing a little mask transition using the foreground environment. It's awesome. But now is a great time to discuss something, because as we were entering the canvas, somebody in chat posed the question, how has Clea actually been keeping the chroma away from Eileen? And my answer to that was the Nevrons. Except for a majority of the game, I was under the impression that the Nevrons were siphoning away the chroma from these expeditioners and using that chroma for themselves to continue powering themselves up, to continue making more Nevron. Now with more context, nope, turns out their chroma was just locked away, hence Mael's ability to come back and use it. Now, the topic of why didn't Mael bring Gustave back popped up in chat as well. And I guess it has to do with how much time has passed. Lune and CL were fresh gamages. I guess their chroma was still lingering. Plus, Gustave didn't necessarily gamage away. I'm sure his manner of death played a role in that as well. But these are my best assumptions so far. But here we are at the end of this montage, and it looks like Mael has created an army of her own with the resurrection of these expeditioners. By the way, it's so poetic. I didn't fully think out the thought, but you know, expeditioners are all about paving the way for those who come after, and here they continue to do so, right? Just in a different kind of way. Very fitting. Very poetic. Oh, very poetic, huh? Glitchy Jin, thank you for the follow. SK ability unlocked. Can we finally fly? Final objective. Head back to Lumiere and expel Renoir from the canvas. Okay.
Once we're ready, we can head to Lumiere.
Wait.
To the sky.
I'm flying! We're a whole new world. Now, this was definitely a topic of contention. Should one head to Lumiere pretty quickly, foregoing side content in an effort to stay at a reasonable level in order to have a proper climactic fight? Or should one explore to the heart's content, soaking in all the optional content and context this game has to offer at the expense of maybe a lackluster finale? Well, there's obviously some middle ground here, and you know my playstyle, so here's my plan. I'm somebody who loves to explore, and before finishing a game, I love to complete all the side content possible. It just feels like a more satisfying conclusion to me, instead of beating the game and going back to do stuff. So our goal here in Act 3 is to go and see every piece of optional content available. Not saying we have to beat everything, but I would like to say that I've been there and tried that. I want as much context as possible before finishing. And as far as main story boss difficulty, well, the main story bosses have never been the most difficult part of this game, but it looks like there are some modifiers we can use to extend the fight if we need to, as well as ways to nerf ourselves. So, get ready for some exploration. I'm gonna cover our travels as concisely and neatly as possible. Here we fucking go. One of the first things I decided to do was test our current strength back at Dark Shores. We got our asses kicked here back in the day, but now we have some more levels on us and the removal of the damage cap currently on my L. Radiant counter! 86,000 damage! Oh, you're dead. All right, well, these guys still hurt, but now we can see the potential of Painted Power. 80 million damage! 149,000 damage, what? It still took us 17 minutes to beat these guys, but I'm excited to remove the damage cap from everybody. Plus, we got a cool weapon that Verso will end up using later. It doesn't matter, we'll just, okay, all right, we beat these guys. We won't, Corpso. On a random floating island near the starting area, we came across this chromatic aberration, which looks just like one of those things that Renoir summoned. We survived this, Verso gets to go. Yeah? Miles alive! Oh, Miles dead. Fuck. It seems we've opened up a whole new world of dangerous foes as we barely made a dent into this guy's health bar. We'll have to come back later, but just below that area is a place called The Fountain. The Fountain? Wait, we already dealt with the fountain. And this is where we'll get a ton of confirmation concerning those unique Nevron that we've come across. This is Blanche, who is similar looking to those deadly Nevron found on the beach, but this one has heard of our exploits against the Paintress, and this is where I made the connection. Mistress shall be pleased to hear of your Oh! Is the Mistress Clea? With all that we've learned about Clea, it's all starting to come together, and Blanche would go on to confirm the Nevron's purpose. By keeping Chroma from their grasp. Well, I mean, that's what the Nevron, yeah, that's what the Nevron are for, but what about you, though? You're different. You and your fellow Nevron who look like this, they're pursuing the arts and creating. So what's up with these Nevron that we come across in the world? Well, the answer is in Blanche's purpose, what this Nevron was painted to do, which is to neutralize incomplete and unfinished Nevron. Except just like the other unique Nevron, Blanche could not do what it was painted for because Blanche realized that it was also an unfinished Nevron. I then learned the truth. You are one of them. And that's the answer to the mystery. The answer was right in front of my eyes. Why are these Nevron white or blank? Well, they haven't been finished yet. They are incomplete, unpainted. Now, something that I'm speculating is, just like how Aline was able to interfere with Alicia's entrance into the canvas by repainting her as one of her own, I wonder if Aline was also able to reach these Nevron in some way. The Paintress Aline does have this theme of white flowers, so I'm just kind of going off that similarity. But it's lore like this that I was hoping to find before completing the game. I feel like I've just unlocked another piece of this world, you know? Our first big test of this new expedition, however, comes in the form of Sprong, and it's a great place to try out some of our new loadouts. Sprong, 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 Sprong. I'm liking it. I'm seeing a lot of healing gained. We are experimenting with some healing Lumina as well as in media res again, the shielding Lumina. Okay, I'm gonna troubadour trumpet everyone here. Yo, look at all those buffs! Let's go! Sprung, 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 sprung. Blah, 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 blah. But overall, it's a chance for these guys to shine without their damage cap. Oh, do I fuck that one up? That was good damage! In media res has been a topic of experimentation for me though. The shields are nice, but I'm not sure if it's bugged because sometimes I notice that characters can get their max HP cap back in the middle of a fight. Oh! Luna, are you okay?
That's more like it.
Lune's not okay, guys. Lune is not okay. But overall, I've been trying to give myself a little more cushion for the pushing throughout our builds, and it seems to be working decently well against Sprong, because at least we're not getting one shot. Monoko, no! Lune, no!
Careful now.
Uh-oh, Monoko! I just found a good clip to show off what I've been talking about with In Media Res. I feel like it has to do with being buffed and healed, but if you look at Lune's max health cap, well, she gets it back during the middle of the sequence, from 816 to 1,631. Just take a look, let me know what you think. Okay, we're in a good spot now. Yep. I must have removed some, Everyone has In Media. Oh! She got her health thing back. She's got her full health back now. Why did it take so long for her to get her full health back? Like, it happens at some point in time. We even had a foretell visual bug during this fight. Sprong always showed 10 foretell, even if it didn't have any. But once we adjusted for that, man, I just knew CL would be one of the biggest beneficiaries of the damage cap removal. So does this guy have foretell or no foretell? Like if this dark wave does no damage, he has no foretell right now, even though it says 29. Let's see.
It's a friend.
Okay, so now he has yeah, there it is.
Today.
All right, that's some huge. She did 120,000 per hit on that one. She didn't have foretell. This 10 foretell was messing me up. But look at that strength. And as far as Sprong, between our defensive capabilities and Monoko's buffs, we quickly got the hang of its attack patterns, and it really just became a war of attrition. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Feeling pretty good about this, guys. Troubadour trumpet for everyone. Everyone gets the trumpet. We love the trumpet. Lune's Elemental Genesis rotation is seeing a massive increase in productivity as well. Meet your reckoning. That wasn't so. Oh, that was pretty. Many sessions ago, we got our ass clapped by Sprong, but now it is us who have defeated this behemoth, giving us access to yet another powerful Picto. Elemental Genesis! Sprong! Sprong! Do it! Do it, Lune! Do it! Do it! She did it! Beat Sprong achievement achieved. We've achieved the achievement. Always play twice in a row? Next up, we went to say hello to the giant pink floating worm in the sky. That thing kind of has like siren hair, sort of. Kind of looks like one of those, what's the wormy thing that we found? That's what the face kind of looks like from here. But my perception skills is probably a great indicator of how this fight was gonna go. Did his head disappear? I wasn't paying attention. Did his head go bye-bye? This head was Monoko's weapon! I thought that was the thing's head! I was like, damn, that thing has a crazy head! Oh shit, man. The Serpent Lighthouse's AP sucking mechanic definitely caught me by surprise, and feeding this thing too much AP led to some disastrous results. Explosion! That's an explosion. It does seem that this fight was made for Mael and her shield-eating abilities. What if I just hit the guy a bunch of times? And do I eat his swords? Let's find out. Oh, we ate all his swords! Dude, 433 million damage! And while I did ponder some strategies, such as starving this guy of AP, as well as intentionally feeding it AP so it could explode, I decided that I would revisit this guy some other time. Mael's ability to steal shields, along with getting better at timing its attacks, led to a 20-minute parry stalemate. So we'll come back when we're just a little bit stronger. Now we're getting into some of the optional content that I feel could benefit from being mandatory. I'm talking about relationship quests, and as far as being mandatory, at the very least, I was thinking Mael's quest should be. But we're maxing out our relationship levels and getting some sort of closure for most of our fellows here. Let's start with Esquier, who suddenly remembered where he lost Uri, the rock that helps him swim underwater. Turns out Francois has Uri, and in an effort to reclaim it, Esquier proposes we trade another rock. I do hope we get another Francois part 2. Oh my.
Doesn't it look just like him? I almost feel like Francois is here with us.
The beauty of this quest is we obviously get more Francois sassiness.
Is that supposed to be me?
Yeah!
I think we captured your essence beautifully.
Huh. No deal. You want Uri? Come and get it!
But we also get some more subtle context, because if you're wondering who Esquier sculpted on top of Francois, well, that was Clea.
Fine. Here. You can leave the other one, though.
Oh, Francois.
I think he'll like the other one. Yeah, I think he loves it. That's so good. That's so funny. As they leave the cave, the expeditioners hear Francois crying dramatically in the distance. Oh.
He really does miss her.
He does. I miss Clea too. I want to learn more about Clea. We've learned that Francois and Clea used to be close. Esquier describes how they would sing and dance together. And after going through the epilogue, I can only imagine that, just like how Esquier and Monoko are to Verso, Francois was probably one of Clea's childhood creations. So not only have we gotten the ability to swim underwater, which is basically just finding some goodies in these glowing areas, but for Esquier's last relationship level, we do get that confirmation about Clea and Francois.
Yeah, he waits for her every day. He stopped singing when she left.
Yeah, I wonder if Francois was just one of Clea's creations when she was a kid, and then she seems like someone to outgrow something like that, you know? And I think we can understand why Francois is so cranky, because he's hurting.
It's been a few centuries, but she wouldn't leave him.
It's been a few centuries. Verso would go on to ask Esquier if it bothers him that he's not the true Verso, and we finally understand what Esquier means by cousins.
Other Verso was also
cousins.
my friend.
Yeah.
You are cousins. Same, but each different.
From a gameplay perspective, we've unlocked some new abilities by maxing out Esquier's relationship, but the lore and world building was more than worth it. Let's talk about Ciel next, because while she doesn't have such an active relationship quest, there is some tie-in here with Esquier.
I'm going for a swim with Esquier. Care to join?
Ah, going for a swim.
Did Esquier put you up to this?
We conquering our fears here? We know that Ciel has an aversion to swimming and that Esquier has some sort of connection to Ciel. So the first step here is getting her to swim again, controlling the situation and not panicking while in the water. It's only after this when we learn the truth of what caused her to feel such a way towards swimming in open water.
When I lost Pierre, I tried to swim away from Lumiere. I swam for as long as I could, as far as the waves would carry me.
She broached death herself. She swam until she couldn't anymore and suddenly woke back up in Lumiere. I have a pretty good idea as to how she was saved, but it's here where things get even darker.
What I didn't know then, what the hospital told me, was that I was pregnant. But that I had,
Damn, dude!
that I had lost the child.
Fuck, that's heavy. Verso talks about similar feelings he's had in making a choice like that, a choice he might have made if it weren't for a certain somebody.
There's a creature that Verso painted into his canvas. One who always helps people when they become consumed by their dark thoughts.
Esquier? It's gotta be Esquier, right? He's just a beacon of positivity.
You mean?
Yes. Him.
Him. Oh, they didn't say it, but okay. I think that has to be it. Another awesome character moment, more insight into not just Ciel, but Esquier as well, and I guess even Verso. But with that, we maxed out Ciel's relationship.
When we first met, what did you mean by my terrible swimmer friend?
Oh, Esquier. So the fact that Esquier is here to always be there for people in their darkest moments, That fits SKA quite well.
It was you. You saved me. Back then.
Yeah, he did. That's the man, SKA. My guy.
Wait, but how?
I heard your tears.
Oh. Let's talk Minoko next because his quest line takes us to the Sacred River, an area that I've always been so curious about. Okay, this place does look rather sacred, does it not? Our goal here is to resurrect Noko, and we're pretty much doing this outside of protocol.
Let's make haste. I don't want her to spot us.
Yo, is Golgra about to come charging in here? Oh no. There's a queue for rebirth, and I figured that's because there's some magical cap on the number that can be reborn at any given time, lest the world implodes on itself in pure chaotic energy, which is kind of the case, but not really, but it kind of is. Ah, I see that. So that's it. It's not like it'll cause some influx of chaotic energy or some sort. That's a lot of babies, huh? And so, of course, we have to duke it out with Golgra to earn the right to bring Noko back, which wasn't too bad. It took 2 tries. These fights with Golgra don't really compare to how she is back at Gestural Village. Double damage if target is stunned. Yes, we like that. Ooh, how much damage did he do? How much health did she have? But just as it was foretold, Noko has no recollection of his former self, and so Golgra and Verso deem it wise to bring him back to the village for safekeeping. Did the little Minoko, or the little Noko urn or whatever, the first time they busted that out. Noko's back!
Oh, it's so good to hear your voice.
Yes. Also, we learned about the dogs too. Noko and Minoko III. But here's where it all comes together and why it makes sense that Noko was the older dog in the manor and Minoko was a little pup, or at least the 3rd little pup they've had of the same name.
Every time he returns, he is slightly changed. I mourn the loss of who he was before.
Yeah. Well, in no time, they'll be going on more adventures again, right? Provided we save this canvas.
But he's still there. My old mentor.
He's your old mentor. You know, that is interesting because I was gonna say with the dogs, we were on Minoko III.
Thank you, my friend.
Mentor. Damn. And now we understand why Minoko is so protective of Noko, because at one time, Noko was protecting Minoko.
Noko found me after the fracture. Noko raised me, taught me, protected me. It's my turn to protect him. That's how it works.
Wonder what Mentor Noko was like back in the day. Also, I wonder how many times Noko has been reborn since then. Minoko would go on to talk about how he supports Verso's plans, obviously knowing more about what's going through Verso's mind than we do. And as somebody who has finished the game, the lines at the end of his relationship quest hit even harder. But for now, the way this quest ends is the perfect example of what makes Verso and Minoko's bond so deep.
Now come over here and let's snuggle.
Oh, let's snuggle. Little Spoon?
Little Spoon.
Obviously.
Lune is up next and her quest revolves around her parents. Unfortunately, Verso never traveled with them, but he has picked up their trail before on Siren's Island.
Are they?
My parents? No. It's Amelie and Christoph. They used to come by our house for dinner.
I'm sorry.
They were good people.
It's here where we'll finally get some closure for Lune. Oh, snap, son! Yeah, we just gotta take on this glissando first. Don't worry, Lune is here to pew pew. Pew 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 pew. That's a lot of damage. Upon defeat, the glissando turns into these little things, but this fight wasn't so tough. It was a first try baby sort of thing. Boom 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 boom! Oh, we missed, but we got him. Yeah, that guy wasn't so tough. But here we find a journal that hints to Lune's mom being an absolute force to be reckoned with.
She fought off that blasted Nevron for 4 days and 4 nights, saving the rest of us.
And we see some of the possible standards that Lune has had to live up to, along with the absolute faith that her parents must have had in her.
She said not to worry. Her daughter Lune will finish their work.
Damn, this one was short and sweet to the point, huh? She didn't strike me as a Brigitte, but you know. Okay, so Mom's was a beast. Mom was a beast. He was a beast.
You okay?
Let's head back to camp.
Lune seems to interpret this and actually live in more of the former idea as a daughter who has to perform her duty.
My only value to them. Not as a daughter, but as a backup plan. For their legacy.
No, that wasn't your only value to them.
You really believe that?
They always said at the end of the game, there are no points for effort. Only results.
How come? Why is it the Asian looking family that, you know, it's all about the grade? It's only the results. Why are we? But I would like to think that underneath it all was a parent's unshakable love and faith in their daughter.
Even if they were alive, the voices in your head, the voices you listen to, have to be your own.
Yeah. And again, I'm pretty sure, I don't think that journal was like, Lune will finish this because that's all she's useful for. That's what we bred her to do, which maybe they kind of did, but it's also because like we have faith because she's our daughter. And she's Lune, and she's gonna get the job done. Oh yeah, Lune and Versa would go on to Wahoo later. No big deal though. I promised Minoko I'd help him polish his Neville eggs. All right, let's help with the song.
Sure. I'd love to help you with your song.
Let's go find a comfortable place to compose then.
Oh, we're composing. They play beautiful music, which Lune really needed to release some frustration. Lune better understands the world and herself. She better understands the world. One night with Verso, man. You better understand the world. I saved the most in-depth and relevant to our main story relationship quest for last, which is Mael's. She is someone who very much wants to meet Alicia and help her. Verso eventually gives us Alicia's location. Oh my lord! That's a big boy. On the mountaintops near the monolith where the third axon resides, the Reacher, modeled with Alicia in mind, spends its time reaching for the stars instead of slaying expeditioners.
What's the lesson with this one?
Hope.
That is quite the structure. But this area is really dope. It's a giant wooden tower that we must climb to reach Alicia at the top. A tower filled with these orphan Nevron whose purpose is to tear the structure down.
Are they trying to fix things or break things?
She who grasps the sky. They're jealous. They wish to destroy her work. Pull her back to the ground.
Is this part of the parable?
Everything is.
But the whole idea of this place is pretty touching. We can really understand why Renoir is so adamant about not losing his daughter to this canvas.
Then there's me.
And then there's you. The actual favorite. The one he calls his hidden star. But who's too shy and self-conscious to see it.
Stardust.
Yet here I am, messing things up even more.
Look around. He just wants you to fly.
Here at the top is where we find Alicia painting, and I was always curious what that image was supposed to be whenever I saw it in the manor. Oh, that's the thing. I was wondering what that painting was. That's what that is. I thought it was like a guy in like a hood or something, you know? Big cloak. Verso returns her letter, and Alicia makes a curious gesture and has this look on her face. Something that I think symbolizes what's to come. You just dropped it. Just look at that shocked expression that Verso has that quickly turns into a brooding look. And just as he starts to walk away... Oh, here we go. Alicia and Mael commiserate together on their existence, their life as Alicia, scarred and blamed for Verso's death. Painted Alicia, a visage of that ire. Is that a rock? Oh, that's the mask. I thought that was a rock.
She blames us. doesn't she? You didn't deserve that.
But I think this is a really powerful moment here. Alicia leaves her mask behind and invites Mael inside this hollow tree, inside the Reacher. Painted Alicia seems pretty happy right now, being with Mael, because here lies the true axon that's seemingly powering the outside structure. That's not creepy. Kinda creepy. This is where Alicia finds comfort.
You like being here with her.
But what better way to get to know someone, especially somebody who is in essence you, than to touch tips and cross swords? Oh shit. Oh damn, that's sick. Alicia versus Alicia. How strong is Alicia here, huh? The answer to that question is strong enough to fell the tank known as Mael. Ah! Good thing Mael's so tanky. Uh-oh. Oh, dude, we just got chopped. We just got destroyed, man. We got danced on. Holy. Mael is rocking that second chance Picto. Unfortunately, we don't get a third chance. Okay, well, Mael's still tanky.
Let's dance.
Okay, we just got clapped. But not to worry, on our next attempt, I decided to use the skill that I've heard so much about. It's time to finally see how strong this thing is. Okay, we're gonna try this, and this could be our doom, but I'm curious to see how much damage this is about to do here, so. Oh! This is another awesome moment, and I think these two are better able to understand each other after that duel.
I guess this represents his hope for us. For me, then. Go, claim your piece of sky.
That's a cool shot. That's an awesome shot right there. Just as Alicia brought them into this space, Mael takes them out, and well, this is why I think this quest should have been mandatory. We just bonded Verso.
You deserve to fly. Let me give you a new beginning.
Oh!
Alicia. Send me to my family.
Send me to my family?
Wait. Mael!
Alicia did state in her letter that she was ready for what was to come after defeating the Paintress, hoping that Verso would also be when the moment arrived. Now, I think what they're referencing holds more weight when you know how this game can end, but in the moment, I did find a lot of solace in Alicia seemingly looking at peace. Just thinking back on the cutscene where Painted Alicia and Painted Verso were hanging out at camp. Mael granted her release from this world, but my boy Verso is still here, another member of his family gone, painted and non-painted, loss after loss. Verso expresses his frustration in Mael's choice. I understand where he's coming from, but he clearly had hope that Alicia would have decided to stay in this world.
You didn't wait. You didn't give me a chance to persuade her.
She knew what she wanted. You wouldn't have been able to sway her.
She's not you. You don't know that. I know her better than you do.
Well, Verso, I hate to say it, but Alicia and Mael touched tips, okay? Obviously, Mael had Alicia's consent, but Verso here is still heated.
You painted. You just do what you want. You don't care how it affects the rest of us.
To be fair, that is kind of the vibe I got. Again, I brought this up before when we were talking with those, you know, the fading man and the... Like, it just felt like we're at the whims of their emotions and whatever the hell they're feeling in that day. This exchange is why I love this game. We're dealing with flawed people with their own inner turmoil.
You were ready when you set Papa free. You expected that he would erase the canvas and everyone in it. Isn't that the same thing?
It's different. It's different.
And thus ends Alicia's time in this canvas.
I should have given you a chance to say goodbye. I'm truly sorry, Verso.
At least... she's free now.
Not to worry, we're gonna get even deeper here. First of all, we learn of Verso's interactions with Clea in this painted world.
The first time was right after the fracture with Expedition Zero. She stopped us at the barrier.
Oh, she stopped you at the barrier.
She told you everything then?
Yeah. Then tried to kill us when we wouldn't go home.
When she was walking up, was she getting the Renoir cinematic hits as well?
Claire.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. I like how Verso was like, yeah, then she tried to kill us, and Miles like, Clea. Did she kill any of the expeditioners? How many expeditioners died? He said she tried, but how many of them died to Clea? And then we learn that Verso has been keeping an eye on Mael for longer than she's known.
Then she found me again. 16 years ago.
16 years ago. The birth of the prodigal child.
Told me to keep an eye on you.
Which begs the question, could Verso have done more at the Stone Wave Cliffs?
On the cliff. Gustav?
That is the question. This would be really heartbreaking. This could be very heartbreaking.
What is it?
Did you let Renoir kill Gustav? Could you have saved him?
Damn! Of course, we decided to tell the truth, and this is Verso's reasoning behind it.
If you found out about the canvas and he was there, you would refuse to help me send Mama home.
This was kind of like, again, I've had Star Wars brain on my mind. Verso needed Mael to give in to the anger and the hate and the suffering of losing Gustav to have the resolve to kill the paintress. Pretty much, right? Well, I guess now both have taken a sibling from one another, but honesty rings true and the two are stronger for it. We even paint something new on the monolith. It says, Papa, go home. Bitch! No, I'm just kidding, it doesn't say that. Their bond is now unbreakable. Forged in truth. Oh, would it have said forged in lies? Oh my god. All right, back to the exploration we go. Here is a floating island called the Canvas, just right outside the monolith. And here we find that missing portrait. We can remove it and place it where it belongs in the manor, but we'll get to that later. We found the third painting workshop and our third Shape of the Beast, unlocking color in this area, and another boss fight. The Lampmaster is now a recurring fight and will probably end up being some of our fiercest. Okay, we just block all this up. Okay, we didn't block all this up, I lied. But after learning more about Clea, I think I have a better idea about what this Lampmaster really is. I kind of saw that. Hold on, I'll address that comment after I perfect parry this. Perfect parries. Perfect parries. What's going on, Russ? Okay. We see that these workshops are definitely a space to create Nevrons. Yeah, that was not too bad. I guess what makes it dangerous, it's an AoE. And everyone just got a shit ton of stuff now, so. But I believe the Lampmaster to be a creation that precedes this age of Nevron, preceding even the Fracture. Okay, little by little. Little by little, that's good damage. That's 300,000 damage. That's good, that's good. The Faceless Boy talked about how this creature was created like a nightmare to plague his knights. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know if Stormcaller's worth it now that we've got such big hitting attacks. If Stormcaller just lasted forever, maybe worth, but we have to reapply it. So I noticed the other day it's due to, at the bottom down there. As long as that's around, that's how we know Stormcaller is active, so. Something created with fear in mind, along with jealousy and love. Yeah, honestly, that's not so bad. I kind of prefer it if he does that.
The elements dance.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Typhoon didn't quite heal that. Like, after all the talk describing this dark fiend, there was this aura of light. Oh, I got too cocky! Got a little cocky there, guys. Words describing about how the night must be met with courage, like a hidden meaning to the creation of this creature. All right, let's try it out. Big Skybreak. Let's just see what it does. Let's see what it does. Huge! 1 billion damage!
The elements dance.
So, knowing Clea, it seems she didn't just create this creature to torment a young Verso. That's fine, let's try it. Okay, here. Image! My sound just lagged. I'm lagging and I'm delayed. That delayed all my sound. That attack was so massive, it delayed everything. We saw how cold and blunt and harsh Clea can come off as, even to family, just as she was to Alicia in that particular epilogue moment. Let's do an end slice. Last time it did 1 million. He might have 1 million here, or he might not. He might have a little bit less than that. End slice time. Hopefully my interface doesn't break, guys. Big roulette roll as well. We're looking for the big roulette roll. I'm assuming roulette affects this. Here we go.
Be gone.
1 billion damage! He's alive! But deep down, I believe she's someone who truly cares. This is something we'll talk about as we approach the end of this game, but as grief, tragedy, and circumstance can make us act in unusual ways, harsh ways even, it doesn't mean that's how we'll always be and who we always were. I'm gonna Chapelier slash this. Dude, I fucked that up. Am I getting too cocky? Maybe I'm getting too cocky. Might be getting too cocky. Or we Elemental Genesis. Elemental Genesis!
Meet your reckoning.
10 billion damage. No, I believe the Lampmaster was some really tough love and a harsh lesson for Verso, on top of probably an older sister just really messing with her younger brother. Oh! I've just completely blanked on that. All right, reserve team. Verso, lock in. Verso, lock the fuck in, Verso. This Lampmaster fight was one of those long endeavors, but as we'll come to find, there are many dangerous bosses still waiting for us in the endgame. Oh my hell, watch out! How much damage did she do on that? I don't know how much health he had, but it looked like more than like a significant enough chunk. Dude, we got some level 30 Picto going on over there. One of the things we did not do during our main story progression was finish the Frozen Hearts. It was a little too spicy for our levels back in the day, but now we're ready to go. Easiest first try of my life! We've already been inside this zone's manor door. We snuck our way into it last time, but now that we're here again, it's finally time to return this portrait to its rightful place. Wow, there it is. The door opens. Oh, that room finally opened. Now the funny thing is there's still some doors that we haven't opened. There's still some doors that we haven't opened, but we've just unlocked the big kahuna. Renoir's Atelier, something we saw during Alicia's epilogue. Oh, we still have the Sirene and whatever that guy is in old Lumiere. Those paintings are still there. We could still see the markings of the masks and stuff up there. Inside, we find a new outfit for Mael in the form of Alicia's attire, as well as a journal. This one seemingly addressed to Alicia.
Little one, there's more to life. If you can just see how big the sky truly is. Reach out your hand, and it's yours.
Hey, another Renoir unknown journal here. This is in reference to the Reacher, the Axon created in representation of Alicia, and Renoir's hope for her to reach the stars. Admittedly, the one thing I'm curious about here is this canvas, and what, if anything, resides inside of it. Now back to the Frozen Hearts, we know that Painted Verso and Monoko used to live here together before being chased out by something. But it's really interesting to imagine this place before all this expedition business.
It's been a while since I've been here.
Verso.
We used to ski here. Before the fracture.
And also considering the creation of the zone, all the trains and train stations, you can definitely feel the soul of a young Verso in this area. And at the end lies the creature that not only put a hurtin' on Monoko in Verso, but also warped this area and the Nevron into a fiery nature in stark contrast to this frozen land. Follow the trains. Oh, look at that guy.
This one is huge.
He's got a little train head. Now, is this the thing that we fought when we were in the monolith? We fought something in the monolith that I presume to be the boss of this area. But here's a good chance to show off Verso's new build here. We've refined his free aim shots and he's working with Corpso. This is our first time playing Verso with his new weapon. We can see, dude, he's doing so much damage with his shots now. That's crazy. A weapon that applies a shit ton of burns and enhances burn damage. He put 28 burn stacks on that bitch. Like, this is only 28 stacks, which is a number I've never really reached before. A snowstorm's here. Dude, he burned for 402,000 damage. But as we'll see in the future, the potential stack amount can reach the hundreds. Wow, I was so amazed by that number. Verso has a burn build going. Admittedly, I don't think I actually learned the proper way to beat the boss here. We were having trouble with the freezes, and I didn't realize shooting the orbs could thaw out our companions, leading to our death. Verso plays immediately. He's frozen again. Verso, watch out! I mean, the burns was kind of sick to see though. That was dope. But don't worry, we're still in the habit of utilizing Mael Stenhall. Stenhall! 10 billion damage, maybe. Okay, that's good damage. And Lune's Elemental Genesis, both attacks, very big hitters for our current state of affairs. Big booms! Oh my god. Oh my god, Lune. And so falls this Gargant, and we retrieve the Eternal Ice, an ingredient the grandest craftsman was looking for. Alright, we can just do this. I was just thinking about those burns again, man. He was going ham with that.
This Nevron is made of eternal ice.
That's why it was so tough.
With that, we get access to a lot of cool items. The Survivor Picto in particular is something we'll end up using for the really tough fights later on in our travels. Near the Reacher is this area called the Crows, and gee, I wonder why it's called the Crows. I'm throwing this in here because I know some folks on stream didn't fully solve this area, which you do by shooting all the crows. Ah. Oh! This guy wasn't very strong. I just wanted to throw this zone in because I'm guessing some of y'all might have missed it. Oh, it's a guy with a dapper hat. Since we are a little beefier now, I decided to take on the Serpent Lighthouse again. This time, my strategy was to feed this thing massive amounts of AP every single turn. It's exploding! Oh, I almost had it! On top of experimenting with Verso's burns, I discovered Ciel's All Set ability, which applies every single available buff to the entire party. I can't believe I wasn't using this sooner. Okay, 36 burns. He's gonna explode. We got this. Watch this. I messed that one up. That one was messed up. And well, with Mael's shield-stealing weapon, she's been able to stay alive and revive everyone else, allowing us to continue this AP feeding strategy. Oh! 1 million damage! Wait, did I do 1 million, or is he just taking 1 million from exploding? Maybe that's what it is. Looking at the footage, the boss does take like 1 million damage, regardless if we parry it or not. So this big boom plan allowed us to get further than we've ever been before. Okay. That was shades of the Paintress and trying to track the things, because those bitches are hard to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious what strategy y'all ended up using, AP feeding or starving, because once we got the timing down, it felt like this was a foolproof plan. Oh, it's exploding again. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, that was too much. Let's go! Huge? Some would say that that was kind of huge. Well, I suppose it's foolproof until a fool proves otherwise, but we've been in this situation before with just Mael alive and the boss going turn after turn, not allowing much rest. Oh my god! Oh no! This guy's going so fast now. So yeah, this was basically Mael stealing a million shields and infinite stalling, relying on parries in order to get to a turn where she can get some damage in. Fuck it, we sten haul. Do it. Kill it. Kill it. Oh, it didn't kill it. Oh, it didn't kill it. She has those shields now. She could die here. This was definitely a very interesting fight. I'm glad we were able to get it done because the picto that drops from this is definitely a must-have. I think we do this to go purple stance.
You can't escape.
And we do another sten haul. We don't have the mark, but this is our big hitter right here. So I'm gonna do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Mael. Do it. 10 million damage. 10 million damage! Let's go! We did it! We did it! Yo, that fight was crazy, man. That's a hard fight. That's a hard fight with the AP management. There's some stuff that we could have done that might have helped that, but... Now, I did find White Sands, a peculiar area whose French spoken word was enough to overpower my audio system, hence the static. What? What? Hello? You guys, are you guys hearing that? Am I crazy right now? No idea what the translation is, but I imagine there is something to reference here, hence the manner. Ah,
No.
Yeah.
Something's different.
Something's different. Wait, I can't hear you guys. The French person's speaking to me. Now, one area everyone was excited for me to find was the Sunless Cliffs. Can you guess the reason why? Oh, that's what... This mine is fucking bald. Kev, look, they put you in the game. This mine was actually pretty tough. I would eventually have to go back and revisit most of our Picto and Lumina loadouts to facilitate this one-on-one duel, except for Verso. His burn build is that OP. That's huge. Oh my god, that's huge. Whoa, that's... But yeah, most of our party didn't have the same damage output as Verso, and while we've encountered many mines before, less damage means more room for error, as the fights could take a really long time. Again, except for Verso, who finished this up in a tidy manner. Oh, the burn god, dude. That took 7 minutes. We were fighting the thing with Mael for like an hour. But as you can imagine, the rewards here are well worth it. Oh man, it would suck to be bald, wouldn't it? Man, imagine being that guy, huh? That's crazy. Oh my lord. That would be something. And yes, I did take some time to make Lumiere bald again. Now we can really play the game. Look at the squad. Yeah, bald is the bald expedition. Expedition bald. The floating cemetery features the most Elden Ring Nevron story we've encountered so far. This unfinished Nevron stands amongst a pile of expeditioner corpses, asking us what weapon it should wield. Whatever weapon we choose, it uses it in a fight against us, but here's where things get a little bit dark. Like most of the unfinished, this dude realized that he's different from his own kind, but unlike most of the unfinished who we tend to help find some purpose, this Nevron wishes to end his life on his own accord via his own choice and asks us to facilitate that. Are you sure? Why not find a new purpose? Ending this existence is my new purpose. It is the only fight I truly hunger for. If you will not aid me, then please go. You've made your choice, now leave me be. Well, I like to think that this guy could end up finding some purpose, just as all the other ones have, you know? Now, I did look it up. Turns out there are different rewards depending on choice, and a Picto can be obtained for fulfilling this Nevron's wish. He's dead. Okay. This is Elden Ring. What? You know, I guess being an unfinished Nevron does come with a burden, depending on you, right? Most of them have found, after we helped them, have found some sort of, you know, life to live. But that guy, He was in continuous battle with himself, I suppose, huh? The next area is one that I think could benefit from being mandatory because from a story and gameplay perspective, the Flying Manor is one of the more substantial pieces of optional content one can do in Expedition 33. 4 familiar looking Nevron on display and a young boy who talks about a she who is trapped in this place. Somebody who I'll describe in Eskier's words hinted to be the same, but different. But this area is dope. We got 4 Nevron bosses to tackle here, each within their own unique little area of this zone. The first one, a tried and true favorite, the Duelist. I wasn't quite prepared for that. I didn't expect that to happen, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since we fought this guy, but it feels like this iteration's been busting out some new moves. Okay, everyone's alive. That's huge. Hasn't been many turns when we're...
I can do it.
I was gonna say, there hasn't been many turns where we've all just been alive. It was right around here where, along with CL's all set, I noticed she has a Fortune's Fury ability, which allows an ally to deal double damage for a turn. I'm definitely gonna be experimenting with that more. I mean, presumably that lasts until Mael's turn is like over, right? Is that how that works? I'm gonna try something.
Show me what you can do.
Okay, Mael's dead. But don't worry, the Fortune's Fury Gamage combo will get a chance to shine later on. But for now, I put it on CL herself because Endslice can also dish out some crazy damage. Here it is, GG, it's over. It's done. I was trying to set that up for Mael's Gamage. Highest damage, 4.568 billion damage. But with that, one of the beacons is lit. We just need to repeat this process a couple of times. The Lampmaster returns and is actually in a really dope part of the map, but between Verso's burns and CL's double damage, we didn't have nearly as much of an issue with this fight. This one went by rather quickly. But it's here where Monoko learned the Lampmaster Light ability, something that would carry us in future fights. I think this will be pretty good. Okay, Lamp Guy is done because this Lampmaster Light ability is an Almighty Mask attack. That's a strong attack, man. Of course, Monoko can still use it outside of Almighty Mask. Okay, how much is a Lampmaster Light gonna do here without Almighty Mask? Okay. Alright, we're getting the idea. Which might be recommended because this attack scales with every use. It just happens to hit a lot harder in the yellow stance. That's kind of massive, baby. Let's Lampmaster Light again, huh? Oh my gosh. Alright, we took that guy down. The Evique fight might be my favorite out of the required 4 encounters. So let me just Defiant Strike this guy again here. Oh, it was a different guy. I forgot it changed. There's an interesting mechanic here where only one out of these 3 bosses is attackable on any given turn, while the other 2 are invulnerable. Let me do a Phantom Stars and maybe, I don't know if it'll break the Frost guy, but let's just try it out. You should be invuln, so I don't know if it'll actually go through. I think you have to actually do the damage, right? Okay, they are broken. So while AoE status effects still take hold, you have to plan around whichever one of these guys is vulnerable to damage. Huge damage! Huge CL damage. Okay, that was an interesting fight. I think that's definitely my favorite fight of this area so far. But with these 4 beaten, we now have the ability to enter the manor proper, allowing us to experience probably one of the harder boss fights in the base game, but definitely one of the more epic ones as well. Clea, yeah? She doesn't look, or this form doesn't look so imposing here. Oh! So is this Painted Clea, huh?
I bet Claire hated Maman's portrait of her, so she painted over her.
This is Painted Clea.
And now she paints Nevrons.
So Clea made a Painted Clea to help her with the creation of these Nevrons, huh? Damn, she looks kind of crazy. She looks kind of scary.
I can't repaint her. Claire's the only one skilled enough to paint over someone else's creation.
Clea did come across as a formidable paintress, you know? Someone who's willing to take on the writers herself if her parents are just too busy messing around on the campus. Are we gonna fight like all of these at once? Oh my god, this is like fighting Renala. Now we know Clea is responsible for tipping the scale of power here in this canvas. Okay, well Clea, how do you feel about, oh look at her, she's just like. And as somebody who's waging a war by herself, she's often described as a very powerful paintress. Clea summons creepy now. Oh my god. Oh! 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 She just healed 1,000,000 health. Her Nevron were key in slowly draining Aline's power, allowing Renoir to eventually get the upper hand. Musical Nevrons! They're just picking on Minoko. She literally created a win condition, but as somebody powerful enough to paint over others' creations, she was also able to paint her own health. Verso, watch out! Yo, this fight's crazy. She just healed 1,000,000 again. It's dark, but this Painted Clea seems to have been repurposed into a Nevron making machine. He juked me out there. He freaking juked me out there. She's full health! And that's what this fight is. An onslaught of Nevron attacks, literally stun locking me into oblivion. Okay, we're all stunned. That's fun. Yeah, you're stunned. You're stunned again. All right, we're all just stunned. We like being stunned. Goodbye. Goodbye, Crew World. Goodbye, Crew World! She's still stunned because of the shields! She's still just stunned. Okay, goodbye, Crew World, for sure this time. Oh, Mael's gonna come back though, I think, if we have the Picto. Oh, she's not, I lied. She's dead? Okay, goodbye. I literally have not been able to do anything for the past 10 turns. We are doing quite a bit of damage. Verso is really stacking up those burns, and Mael can capitalize off that. Oh my god, she's stanceless too. If I was purple stance first, oh, okay. But none of that matters if you can't perfectly counter her attacks. Her health regeneration is insane. Okay, Minoko's not dead. That's progress. She's basically full health again. Like, I didn't even confirm that theory yet because I hadn't done a full perfect counter. I just assumed that perfect countering was the only way to stop her from healing. Burning canvas, purple stance, 187 burn stacks. Let's try that. Come on. Ooh, come on. Ooh. 3 million. And just when I thought I could outscale her healing, she decided to get cheeky with some new attacks. That was... there's more! She got shields from that and she healed. Okay. Like, I was still trying to get used to her regular attacks and she just had to go and bust out some new combos. She's summoning new things I've never seen before. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is that? My second attempt was a 15-minute stalemate. Clea stuck around 60 to 70% health for the entire duration, healing away all the damage I've done while slowly wearing us down. Our third attempt went pretty much like our second attempt, but it was the fourth attempt where we put some things together. All right, we got it. We got it. Good, very good. Very good indeed. And I started big braining a grand plan. Let me Lampmaster Light. Let's get that going. How I understand that ability is the more you use it, the stronger it gets, so... Sowing the seeds of my own win condition, so to speak. I'm going to Lampmaster again. Last one did like 500,000. We might have low rolled there. And while we still messed up quite a bit, we started seeing more successful parries, which kept Clea's health in check and allowed us to spend turns attacking instead of reviving. All right, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful. I am going to Lampmaster Light again. I'm gonna see how much this does. $3,500,000,000 damage! And just like that, Clea was on the ropes and ready to break. Things were looking good until they didn't. Okay, we got the burns going. All right, we survived this. We survived this. Disturbing never runs from the deep. Wait, this is a different pat. You just ate. What? What? Again? Our only option now is to break Clea and hopefully get Mael back, but above all else, I try to remember my master plan, my win condition, and oh boy, I think this ability might be OP. Maybe that gives me my L back? I don't know. My L, come back to me, please! Is my L just gone? My L's just gone? Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to Lampmaster Light again here. This should be pretty fucking big. Oh! That did 9 billion damage? What the fuck? What the fuck? Lampmaster Light is OP. What the shit? Damn. Clea's life? On turn start, if no damage taken since last turn, recover 100% health? This fight concludes in yet another obscure way. The freeing of a painted soul, but the loss of yet another family member.
How is she so strong?
She's Claire's creation.
Clay is strong. She looks so creepy. What the hell? Kind of have the Clair and Obscur in the eyes right there. That's interesting.
Claire.
Talk no jutsu. The Naruto specialty. Verso, you gotta talk to her. Touch her. On the hand. Is she taking herself out right here? She's taking herself out. The duelist!
Wait!
Damn, Painted Verso keeps losing his painted family, man. Fuck. Damn, that's crazy!
She's trying to find a way out.
But for sure, I'm really glad I did this before beating the game. I think the Painted Alicia and this Painted Clea moment add a lot before bringing Expedition 33 to a conclusion. Wait, he has no more painted family in this world. The young boy, the young Verso, would go on to describe how he and Clea differ, how he sees this Painted Clea as somebody with a soul. Is that Clea humming?
I'm sorry.
And everything in this canvas as alive. Definitely a topic to remember as we head towards the end. Renoir's drafts is where all of my Elden Ring to Expedition 33 comparisons come to fruition, because in the depths lurks the hardest boss fight I've ever experienced in the base game. But before that, there's just a few loose ends to take care of. Starting with the journal that I've been most excited to find. Julie!
Search and rescue.
Julie! Julie's journal covers her shock in discovering Verso's immortality, and I do like the Verso cut in half reference here.
That attack destroyed half his torso. There's no walking away from that.
Verso! Had the half in half! But this journal also provides context to a question I've pondered for a while, which is, did Painted Renoir and Verso ever seek to reveal the truth of this world to the people of Lumiere?
He and his father keep saying the paintress is the solution, not the problem. But I don't buy it anymore. I think they're lying about what happened to Expedition Zero.
The answer is yes, at least this once, and it may be a reason why they've been so hesitant to share this information leading up to this current day, because who would believe them? The idea is crazy.
We will get answers. And if he is a traitor, then he will share the fate of traitors.
Now this journal ends with Julie and crew going to confront Verso, ready to kill him, and a nearby journal reveals just how close these two were.
Fuck. I don't know what I would tell you.
Okay, so they were close. They were very close.
Just ask that you forgive me.
Now Renoir and Verso's secrecy is clearly tied to the massive repercussions of taking down the Paintress, but there's also an air of paranoia and subterfuge given what we know about the outside world and family.
Papa believes you're Claire's creation, and even if you're not, we can no longer trust you.
Oh! The implications here are very dark, considering what we know about Painted Verso and Julie's relationship.
Why did you convince them to abduct me, interrogate me?
Damn! Painted Verso's story is even more tragic than we've realized, knowing that he killed somebody he loved in order to protect this canvas.
Claire already took our sister. If we want to save our family, our world, our people, we can't take any chances.
And once we free Mama, she'll bring you back.
And to sprinkle just a little more darkness on top, aside from Verso actively trying to protect the Paintress at one point, it does feel like there was a time when he truly believed that Aline could have had a healthy relationship living in this canvas. Obviously, after some time, this belief shifted, with Verso and Renoir being at odds. Yo, these are some juicy ass journals that we found here. Okay, so this does paint a better picture. Now, I was under the impression that Julie and Verso We're close, right? So Renoir believed that she might be Clea's creation. Who knows? Maybe she wasn't. I like to think that she wasn't, but Renoir is just so protective of the Paintress and so guarded against Clea. It does sound like, you know, Verso had to put him to the sword. And I guess this does kind of answer the question about what if Renoir and Verso had tried to tell? All right, now let's head on over to Renoir's drafts.
We're below the monolith, where he was sealed.
Where he was sealed. Simon? My perception of this area is, as the name implies, this is a place that reeks of Renoir's creation, the Nevron here of the same spooky looking aesthetic that he conjured back in Lumiere. Okay, it's gonna explode. Here we go. Oh, we're dead. Plus, we have the whole mask motif all around us, as well as what seems to be a discarded draft of Siren. Oh, it's a Siren. Is that a Siren draft? Like, oh, this version of Siren didn't cut it. I need to make a new one. I mean, it looks just like, or is that the Siren? Did she end up back here? To top it all off, we have a fading man here who talks about how she, Aline, will drive herself mad trying to paint what is unpaintable, hinting to how she'll never truly have her real Verso here in this canvas. She'll never have her whole family again. The process helps me make sense of the chaos and find my bearings. Every painting is proof that I have not surrendered to despair, but it's no longer the same for her. But this area is really cool, and you can catch up on a lot of missing Minoko feet here, but deeper in is where things start to get interesting.
Maybe we should turn back.
Oh.
I sense something powerful down this path.
Oh.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. Mael says let's go. Here in the abyss of Renoir's drafts, we face our greatest challenge yet. We're just into the inky abyss. Look at Verso. I like how Verso falls. He's like, an ominous area covered with the same giant glowing swords encountered in old Lumiere. Many gold swords, giant golden swords, as if they had fallen from the sky in some cataclysmic, fracturous sort of way. Is that a gestural? Is that, we recently learned the answer to the question, who the fuck is Julie? Now it's time to answer the question of, who the fuck is Simon? It kind of has but it has an expedition uniform, but the hair looks like a brush. I mean, Expedition Zero.
These swords, they look like the ones in old Lumiere.
Yep.
So he's the one who felled the Axon.
He who felled the Axon. Oh. This guy looks crazy. What the?
Simon.
Simon. This guy looks like an Elden Ring dude.
You know him.
He's an old friend of mine.
Was he the badass of Expedition Zero?
Expedition Zero together. Looks like you met Claire.
This guy looks crazy, dude. I guess Clea did some work on him.
My friend.
Must have been a formidable man, though. Damn, look at that hair, bro. Like most bosses, I thought Simon would be an easy encounter. I would like to keep stacking up the flames, the fires, but I feel like we should test this out. How much is this doing here? Oh, dude. And I was feeling confident because I was about to implement a brand new strategy as well, utilizing Mael to give us infinite shields. We're just gonna go into the purple mode, and now we have 4 shields apiece. He steals all my shields! What? Wait, did he know that I was building Mael in this way? So shame on me for thinking up something new, but at least we can rely on Verso's burns. Oh wait, there's a problem with that too. He steals the shields before the burns actually kick in, I see. my plan didn't work out there. This guy has a cool moveset. A cool moveset indeed, but here's the other gimmick of this fight. So what are you're gathering chroma around. Oh, not only does he steal shields, but he removes the dead from the canvas. It's all good though. We got the burn stacked up. It's time to end this. Okay, well, the good news is, Mael is literally about to one-shot this guy because we're gonna go into the purple stance.
Time to hit big.
And then she's literally about to do like 10 billion damage. Right here. Like, actually. Okay, that wasn't 10 billion. Oh, he's gonna remove the dead. Okay, that's fine. Mael's not dead. What is dead mean? What is dead may never die! Simon, easiest fight of my life. Was that the Simon? That's what everyone was talking about, Simon. He did look pretty badass.
My love, these foes are beneath you.
Oh shit.
You, who have fought heaven and earth and subdued giants.
Excuse me, did she say my love?
To find me, to free me from her grasp. Would you fall now to the likes of them? While your oath remains unfulfilled, rise. Your enemies await.
Is he inverted now? Can we talk about the whole my love thing? Wait, to free her from what? Was that just a spell you cast it on him, or? He's got the whole thing. Okay, that's the eclipse that we've always seen in the thing. Oh, everyone's alive!
If I die, so be it.
Guys, we're back! We're back, let's go! All right. All right. We're so back. Wait, I have so many questions, but I guess we'll go through this. So there's some things we'll have to unpack when it comes to the story and lore of Simon, but all shall be revealed later. For now, we focus on phase 2. All right, he's still stealing my shields. Got it. Okay. The Sword of Lumiere's... The Sword of Lumiere! Dude, that thing looks crazy. He's still stealing shields and trying to erase us in this phase, but his attacks are also a lot livelier. I haven't even perceived what's happening yet. Okay, so the burn's not really... Yo, that was sneaky. There's a little something that hit me from behind. Yeah, his sword is sorting, but then there's some sort of phantom sword sorting after his sword swords. Dude, he's doing some... It's the thing! The other color thing is doing the thing! Plus, he's got a bunch of different combinations that I haven't even mastered yet, so this is gonna be a challenge. Okay, I see it. I see the thing. It's just everything I have to expect the blue thing to hit right after. Okay, all right, remove my dead. That's fine. That's healthier that way, you know? Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Okay, never mind. We won't send in the reserve team. We need to do some stuff here. Attempt number 2, we're not changing much, but we're switching our plan of attack. No more shield build for Mael and no more base shield for the entire group. Dude, Verso's a limited shield gun, what? He was just pew pew pew, 9 AP, pew 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 pew, 9 AP, pew pew pew, 9 AP. Yeah, Verso's gonna carry this. If Simon can't steal my shields, I think Verso's gonna kill this guy. Plus, without the shields, we can really confirm Simon's other gimmick, which is reducing somebody's health to 1. That's fun. You gather chroma around Mael, reduces... Okay. She's gonna... Yeah, Clea's life would be actually kind of helpful here. And yeah, without the shields, we were able to get to phase 2 pretty cleanly. This should be pretty massive here, though. That extra burn damage and non-shielded damage in general just helps. Okay. Phase 1, done. But phase 2 is all about trying to survive Simon's onslaught. I got this, I got this, I got this. Oh, I had the first one! Survive and let our burns do the work. Look at all those stacks. Oh, we did. Okay, that one was the easiest one. Survive and let Mael capitalize off the burns. This should be pretty big with all these burn stacks. It should be pretty decent. And we're not even in the purple stance there. Everything was going well. Then Simon decided to bust out this AoE attack. Oh, he's going again. He keeps going. Okay, let's send in the reserve team. Let's see how they fare. The second team did not fare well at all. Oh, I thought that was the other combo. I was waiting for the okay. All right, here we go. Okay, we need to revisit Minoko's thing, and we gotta look at some healing. The third attempt went pretty much the same, except with a much quicker phase 1. Damn, we didn't have that one. Same thing with the fourth attempt. Our phase 1s are going by real quick because of our damage output. Let's burning canvas this. There's not a ton of stacks here, but it should be decent damage. Yeah, that's good damage. Oh, that's good damage. All the while we continue to pew pew. Okay, we just gotta build back up to rank S here, but this should be fine. Because Verso's just shooting. Holy shit, how many shots was that? And continue to get cleaved down, except now we're running second chance on most of our group here. It's a free revive after death, giving us more buffer and time to prog this fight. Now, that one we can totally get. All right, we're resurrected again. That, along with Clea's life, which fully heals us, and Survivor, which prevents fatal damage once per fight, are pretty much allowing us to see more and more of this encounter. Okay, we got the first 3. I knew that the ones that come after that, they hit really freaking fast, so. We're getting more reps, which is essential for progression. All right, we're gonna try it out, guys. Let's see. Gamage time. It's Gamage time, let's go. Gamage! We've been getting Gamage. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Oh, I forgot. I thought the attack was over. I was gonna say we're alive. This is the first fight in Expedition 33 that I've really gone back to revisit our battle plan after each attempt, from adding more survivability to my next plan of action, which is Breaking Death, a picto that fills up the boss's break bar whenever one of us dies. Oh, perfect. All right, give me all right, I'm gonna high roll this. Give me 2 million damage right here. Come on. 2 million. Oh! 2 million! Which does take some time because of Clea's life, Survivor, and second chance, but it does still happen frequently, and we have yet to break Simon until now. Let's just break him up. Oh, can you guys answer? This is a question that I've been wondering for a while. If this guy is stunned for everyone else's turns, do they do like increased damage to him while he's stunned at all, or how does that actually work? And with the ability to capitalize on our deaths by filling up Simon's break bar, it introduces new offensive capabilities for our squad. My dream and plan starts with overloading. Wait. Yes. Yes. I'm overloading to go back to rank A. Yes, and I get full AP, and now I'm going to Endbringer his butt, and now he's going to be stunned again, but he's still gonna he's so fast, he gets more turns, but let's just try it out. I don't know, let's see it. We never used this. That was some good damage though. Yeah, breaking is great because it negates one of Simon's turns, even more so if we can combo with Verso's Endbringer, which prolongs the stun. I just gotta remember to not let Mael burn to death. He's broken. Oh, what? Wait, what? 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 Wait, what was that? Wait, what actually was that? She burned to death? Wait, how many stacks of burn did she have? Oh, she had 1 health. Oh. Oh, Mael. I'm so sorry, Mael. So for this 5th attempt, while we might not have PR'd in the amount of damage done to Simon, I feel like we've unlocked more battle capabilities, plus we're still getting a little bit better with our parries. I had that one. Okay, Lune, come back to me. Thank you so much. Okay, watch the feint. Okay, Lune's dead. All right, I think we're seeing some of those attacks a little bit more, so it's helping out. For our 6th attempt, it's time to play our next trump card. We're upgrading weapons, specifically Verso's weapon, and only Verso's weapon, to max it out for the first time. What is that power spike? Since I've never used a maxed out weapon before, I just want to see if I notice any difference in its output in as controlled an environment as possible. Okay, Verso's doing double damage. Oh my god. Oh my lordy lord. Holy guacamole. Let's keep it going. Holy, he's still shooting. He did 1.5 billion damage. On his first turn, he wasn't even at S rank for the whole turn. Simon must have caught wind of my new strategy, seeing as he quickly put an end to it. Oh, I had that one. I knew it was coming and I... Oh God, Verso's already gone, man. Verso is the only one who doesn't have the revive. But this experiment does beg the question. What happens if I upgrade everyone else's weapons? I mean, yo, if I upgrade Mael's weapon, she's gonna be doing 10 billion damage. Especially for someone like Mael, who we've been trying to synergize with Verso's burns. How big is a Sten Hall here? We've been doing the burning canvas because we have a shit ton of burns, but we could check this out. Let's check it out. 9 billion chillion damage. So for the 8th attempt, I upgraded Mael's weapon. Now she and Verso are maxed. And turns out a max level weapon hits pretty damn hard no matter what character, but especially on Mael. Oh, 2 billion, 4 billion, 6 billion. We got Simon to half health quicker than ever before by far. Give me some mills. Oh. Maybe I freaking... Oh, shit, here we go. And with the Gamage ready to go, we finally had Simon on the ropes. If I had the double damage, that'd be sick, but we don't. All right, high roll time. High roll, Lee, Zelda, high roll. 11 billion damage. What do you mean the expedition? What? Yo, he fucking cheated. What the hell was that? That's cheating, dude. Okay, turns out there's a phase 3 here. Simon is all red and glowy now. Okay, you guys have to live. Live. Okay, you didn't live. Theoretically, one could skip phase 3 if one did enough damage, but I do like the idea of kind of forcing the whole group to be used, so we'll need to revisit group 2's loadouts. He cheated. Welcome to attempt 9, and in this one, everybody has a fully maxed out weapon. Just look at that counterattack damage. Okay, we kind of stabilize a little bit. We just have to survive this. We survive this, survive this. Okay, we survived that one. We got kind of lucky with these past two. And in this attempt, we determined Simon's phase 3 transition threshold. I don't know what the threshold is, but I feel like we're close. It's like, does Verso just follow up right now, or do we just stack more burns? Fuck it, more burns. The burns persist. When Verso is gone, the burns will still be here. More burns. I want more burns. Even more burns.
Not today.
Oh shit, never mind. Okay. We're gone. Goodbye. Goodbye. So it's about, I don't know, 33%, somewhere around there. Reserve team! And I dare say we got a lot better with the parries, but his triple attack is still fierce. Oh, I almost had that one. For attempt number 10, I went ahead and min-maxed our stats. We've never done this before, but I figured with our weapons selected and fully leveled, we might as well get as much damage output from them as possible. And well, this was our quickest phase 1 yet. I keep forgetting about that when I try to power her up. But look at that damage! Wait, Mael, do that in the second phase. I didn't mention it, but one of my strategies has been protecting Verso by using Mael as a shield. I'm gonna try this. In an effort to keep Verso up, I'm going to do this. Mael's gonna take the hit. I mean, just look at that burn damage. Plus, Mael's got great counterattack damage when she lives, but I feel like Verso is key to our success here. Ha! That's 1 million billion. Oh, and she's taking that. Oh shit. Again, I just have to showcase Mael's burning canvas, just feasting on those burn stacks. Okay, we got the mark. We're going to burning canvas this, and it's gonna be huge. Huge! Mael, do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it again! Okay, we were pretty close to the phase 3 threshold here. Admittedly, I didn't play this transition very well. Okay, this is the plan. We're gonna stay in offensive stance. I don't know if he's gonna automatically go. Okay, he didn't automatically go here. We're stanceless. Oh shit, we're stanceless. We are stanceless. Okay, we might as well. I'm gonna try to just gamage this guy right now. We might as well fish for a mark. Okay, we didn't get a mark, but I think we're on the cusp of this guy's about to go gamage us. So I'm gonna gamage him right now. We're stanceless, but it wasn't perfect. That's decent. That's decent. So now it's up to the B team to finish this out. This is the least amount of health Simon has had when starting their attack run. Yeah, I'm just gonna break his ass right now. I'm gonna break his ass. It's gonna break his ass so we get another free go around here. Lune's lightning dance is hitting like a truck. That's what I'm talking about. That's a higher roll right there, baby. That's what we were missing before, huh? And we're just doing our best to hang on. Both us and Simon, just a sliver of life left. Damn, we just messed that up at the end there, huh? Okay, we're back? We're back! We're so back, baby! We are so back right now. I was thinking about getting him a break. It would be nice to have a break here, but I think Minoko can carry this, huh? Let's mark him up for the next go around. Come on, Minoko. Now this is where I probably could have prepared better, making sure Minoko has some sort of break ability and maybe even using a gradient attack on his first turn in order to get to Almighty Mask. Shit, we don't have a lot of shit. It's like, do I spend this right now? He's gonna just take our shields. The Mighty Strike isn't doing a lot of damage. We just have to survive this next turn. He has the mark too. If we were, I'm gonna rebuff. Maybe this helps Lune out. But my thought process was keep Lune alive and buff so she could have a big turn. Lune's gone. So now all our hopes lie with one bald Gestrel. Minoko carries this! Carry it, Minoko! She's not doing a lot of damage.
Oh, really?
Oh shit. And now the bald Gestrel has to survive yet another turn. Minoko's back from the grave, motherfucker! I forgot about the whole gradient charge into Almighty Mask yet again, but it's fine. Minoko's got this. Like, do I just Chapelier Slash? I mean, we're an Agile Mask and it's our biggest... Fuck it. Oh, that's not doing a lot, huh? We have the mark, though. I mean, we can try to go all out for something right here. Yeah, that's not nearly enough. No, I had it! All right, we were damn close. All right, we're gonna go again. That was close. That was close. That was close. That was really close. All right, here we go. I would end up failing my next 3 attempts, getting pretty damn close to clearing this fight again. Okay, so that's GG. Let's do one more. One more, and then I'm going to bed. Win or lose, I'm going to bed. And we'll come back tomorrow. And this whole boss encounter brought me back to the Elden Ring days, struggling on a boss so close to victory, run after run after run, late into the night, too late into the night in some cases, with one last attempt to appease the soul. I didn't have it. Let's do one more. Last one for sure. Last one for sure. This is like Elden Ring. Last one for sure. Last one for sure. And just like the Elden Ring days, sometimes one more run is all it takes. Yeah, I think the key is a Hyrule Gamage would be kind of nice, you know. I mean, we've done everything we can, upgraded weapons, min-max stats, and got our preferred Picto and Lumina loadouts. Everyone now has Cheater, Clea's Life, Survivor, Second Chance, and more. So on our 14th attempt, all that's left to do is put everything together. More That means offensively and defensively. This is gonna be a lot of counterattack damage. Never mind. We tried this many times before, but our goal is to get the perfect Gamage to transition or completely skip the third phase. Okay, we have a mark, so we're gonna Burning Canvas again in purple mode here.
Void, take everything.
With the double damage? Oh, let's back. Oh my god. Okay. All right, we need to try to get the Gamage thing going soon here. That means we need the Gradient Charge, CL to double damage buff Mael to be in virtuous stance on her first turn to make use of that buff, and Mael needs to survive to even get to her turn. This kind of ruins my Gamage plans. It's been hard to have all of these variables line up perfectly, and what I love about this fight is the threat of Simon. Do I try to set all of this up for the next turn, or do I make a compromise now? I might have to just do the Gamage right now without the double buff, because I don't know if we're gonna live to see another turn here. You know what I'm saying? What we can do though is go into the purple stance. We just go into the purple stance here and hope for a high roll, but we can fish for a mark. We don't get the double damage buff, but I don't know if we live to see the next turn, you know what I'm saying? So let's just Gamage it right now and see what we get.
Get out of this canvas.
For those who come after. High roll! High roll? Oh! Okay. All right. If we had the double thing, he would be dead. All right, reserve team. It's reserve team time. We are ready to break this guy too. And so it's all up to the B team again. Luckily, Monoko starts in Almighty Mask, allowing us to start scaling Lampmaster Light. We can get one break in, and that'll give us a little bit of... I decided to break Simon right away with Lune, removing one of his turns. Now all we have to do is survive the other. And speaking of survive, here's the Survivor Lumina coming into play. There's no way. Monoko, how did you miss that shit? Monoko slowed him, then took an early Lampmaster Light. The thinking here is on Monoko's next go around, he can Lampmaster Light twice, the second one in Almighty Mask. We'll just Lampmaster now, get another stack in preparation for later, hopefully. But in the meantime, it's time for Lune's tried and true Lightning Dance. Lightning Dance, big Lightning Dance. That's a decent lightning dance, right? Oh! The burns! The burns came back! Was that... The burns weren't doing that much, right? How much did that do at the end? It was Lune's burns. Lune's burns, how much damage did that do? Yeah, that was Lune's burns. Yo, that was a fight, man. Yo, best fight in the game so far. That's the fight. That's the only fight in this game that's like given us so much challenge. This guy was badass, man. Did I like his hair? Better question is, did he like my hair? It just grew my hair back. It's like a little nod of respect. Is Verso gonna get a new... Is he gonna two-hand now? He's gamaging away at with the white flowers there. They like doing this transition where you mask behind an object. It's one of my favorite transitions. They do it very nicely in this game. They do it a lot, but it's really nice. Using a foreground object or a person as a blocker. Okay, so the red is no longer red. Verso has a big ass sword. That was Clea's love, apparently. I don't know if that was just Clea's spell or if they were actually like a thing, but I guess this journal might reveal a lot. Okay, Verso just got a samosa. You like samosas? The journal down here reveals a lot. We get the sense that Simon and Painted Clea were an item until Clea herself became involved, luring Simon to her side and giving him the power to slay the Axons, a potential pathway to bring upon the downfall of the Paintress, just as Clea would want.
I realized too late that she had warped my mind, that she had in fact taken you away, locked you somewhere I could never reach, and set me on a path to destroy your future.
This also ties into Painted Clea's fate. It seems it was around this time when she was also taken away and imprisoned by Clea. So how did Simon end up down here in Renoir's drafts? The wording isn't clear, but after meeting Aline and learning the truth of this world, he was beckoned here to this prison, one holding Renoir. I'm not sure if Simon was here to stand guard or to try to kill Renoir, but it's clear that Clea and or Renoir's influence over Simon won out in the end.
I'm finding it harder and harder to fight his influence over my mind. My mind is breaking. My final thoughts are only a few. I despair. But one day, our suffering will end, and we will find our way back to each other. In this life, or another.
It's an interesting tale to think about, but I can't help but ponder over a few things. Expedition Zero itself holds a certain aura about it, but for Simon to naturally have been drawn to Painted Clea and ultimately selected by Clea herself, along with the air of respect between Verso and Simon eventually handing Verso his sword, well, I just can't help but think about what a formidable being this guy must have been. And that pretty much concludes our extracurriculars. I did hit up the Endless Tower after, but it wasn't much of a challenge given all the exploration we've done prior. I do like the lore that we get here though, from this fading woman, from Clea, who's pretty much telling Maëlle, hey, I was fine with letting mom work out her sorrows here, and if you want to be here too, that's your choice, but I need Renoir in the outside world. I need him to help me fight this war. He can't waste more time here. And after completing the tower, she says a lot of things that I agree with here. But more importantly, this interaction did feel more like a big sister trying to impart some tough wisdom on her younger sister because she does ultimately care.
You made great strides since, let's talk about it. Let's get the full context of all of this. Don't go backwards. I mean, this is really nice. These are some really nice words from Clea here. Take this. A reminder that you control your life. And if you're not having fun, do something else. There's a lot of smaller adventures that we had that I didn't include in this video, but I had a great time soaking in what this game had to offer. It's a shame that Act 3's main story ending wasn't balanced around some of this optional content, because there were some gems to be found. But overall, I'm glad I got as full context as I could have before ending. But all that's left for us to do now is make our way to Lumiere, which we will cover in the next video. That's right, I'm cutting it here. Now, my original intention was to include the Lumiere finale in this video, but that would mean we're looking at a 3-hour plus runtime. Figure it would be better to split it up, but that's why it's taken so long to get these all released. But that means we'll be concluding our affairs very soon. I pretty much have the next video edited to a pretty good extent. So I look forward to seeing y'all there, but who knows, maybe all this exploration and side content was my way of stalling the inevitable, because this is a game that I truly never wanted to end. But end it must, and you best believe we're gonna get really deep into that ending. So I appreciate you all for making it this far. Your likes, subs, and comments mean the world to me. Thank you for your patience in waiting for these releases. Do let me know your thoughts. How did you enjoy all the extra side content that Clair Obscur has to offer? Did you do it before the ending or after the ending? I also want to give a huge shout out to all the channel members, Twitch subs, super chatters, and gifters. Reminder to join the Discord, especially if you are subbed on Twitch or a YouTube member, because it's the best way to keep up with all the extra stuff that I got cooking. Thank you all so much to everyone out there. Thank you for giving me the honor of your most valuable resource of all, your time. And I will see you in Lumiere for the finale. Peace out. Bye-bye.